giving me. I'm not gonna waste this joy deep down inside me. I'm not gonna shake. Been stressed for so long, so stuck in my own way. So I'ma enjoy this moment. It's the day that the Lord has made.
For those that are just joining us, my name is Olamide Mercy, a graduate student studying in the United States. And this session is just going to be me answering your questions, your concern about studying abroad, which I want you guys to all realize. And please pay attention. Let's make it an interactive one. Um, if you can hear me, can you just like say something in the comment section? You can see the chat box. I'll be reading the chat box. Hello, guys. Good afternoon. Good evening. If you are here with us. So I know that we are ready to get started. So I'm waiting for you guys. I can see Destiny in the chat box. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Ah, wow. I love the response. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. I'm very, that's like exciting to see that you're not just like, that's very good. So this is going to be an interactive and an interesting one. We sent a form out and a couple of people dropped their questions. So if we have time, if time permits, we're going to entertain more questions. So let's just go straight without wasting so much of our time. All right. So exploring study abroad options. Can you guys see my screen, please? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. So the thing is, like, when I saw the questions that we dropped, I got over like more than 30 questions. More than 30 questions, yes. So I actually like grouped them, some studying abroad, some about documents and visa application, so many things. So just relax. If your questions is not being answered, you might have the chance to still get it to be answered at the end of the session. All right. So let's talk about exploring study abroad options. Someone asked, can I start applying for scholarships even though I am in my final year? I believe this is a very good question because um, so many times people think it is something you finish from your undergraduate before you start applying for scholarships. It's a good thing to start when you're in your final year. You know, this scholarship journey, it's a process. It's a journey. This scholarship process is a journey. Sometimes it takes a year, 2 years, months, depending on your route and your country you want to go for, your program, you get it. So if you are to be in your final year, if you are listening to me and you're still in your final year, good for you. You can start now by preparing your documents. You don't necessarily have to apply. You can start by drafting your statement of purpose. You can start by connecting with your professors, like getting to like network with them, working on research. This is a good time for you if you're in your final year to build your research uh, expertise, get your hands-on research experience. So that way, it's also like you've started your application. It's not like you're going to like submit application immediately. That is one. Then another thing I want us to understand about this application thing is that the application process usually starts like let's say now for 2026. This is 2025, okay? For 2026 is August 2026. Application for August 2026 is going to start this August 2025. Can you see the gap? For US schools, same with Canada. Okay, for UK it is different. UK you have timeline for 3 months, you can apply but for UK and Canada, you know, you have to like apply a year in advance. You understand? So if you're still in your final year and your results will be out between August and October, you are good to go for August 2026. So you want to check the timeline of when you'll be done with your program and when you want to start applying. I hope I answered that question correctly. So that is it. You can start applying for scholarships even though you're in your final year. Okay, and I've seen this. I just want to share this. I've seen a situation, a scenario whereby someone like immediately graduated after his convocation, he just went to travel. He did not even go for the youth service. Reason because he started applying in his final year. There are some schools that accept your transcript. They accept your first few years transcript. Most times what delay us is that the last transcript that we've not gotten, the last results that you've not gotten in your final year. But there are some schools that accept that transcript for your application. Okay. Like this is not like I'm making up stuff. It's just something. They accept your you just tell them that the expected day of graduation is so. You will have graduated before you got into their program. So it all depends. Yes, you can start applying for scholarships even though you're in your final year. All right. So I don't know where to focus. USA, Europe, Asia, etc. How do I decide? Okay, very good. I would answer this question by saying like, okay, before I continue, please, are you guys with me?
Yes, we are.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that response. That was on point. All right. So someone said, I someone said, I don't know where to focus. USA, Europe, Asia, etc. How do I decide? It's a very good thing. First thing, for we international students, I usually say, aside your research interest, your focus should be funding. Where will I get the funding? You know, you don't want to come study abroad and start getting to worry about um, financial support and all. So where is the funding? Where is your research interest? Those are the things that you should look out for. So if you are confused and you don't know where you want to check, look at where do I have the prospects to get funding more for my program? Okay. So there are some programs that they are well supported here in the US, and there are some that are well supported in the UK. Likewise, Asia, China, and all those countries. You understand? So I would say look out for like what is your own program? It varies. That is one. Then there is nothing bad in you exploring two or more continents or two or more countries. You can decide to apply to USA, apply to graduate school, apply for teaching assistantship, research assistantship, and also in Europe, you can apply for all these Commonwealth scholarship, Chevening, Erasmus, Rhodes scholarship. You understand? So there is no crime in you spreading your application. The next cohort of people that are coming in this fall, I know someone that actually like he got scholarships in the US. Yeah, he got another one in um he got Erasmus, Ames, like that. Ames is in South Africa, Erasmus is in Europe and the US. So you have options to choose. So if you don't know where to focus, I put it to you, check out for your program. Where do you have opportunities to get funding? Where do you have your research interest? And there is no bad in you. There's no bad thing in you trying to like apply to all those scholarships. So don't limit yourself. Don't say, oh, US or nothing, Australia or nothing. Please spread your options. There can be like another path that will lead you to that same destination you want to go to. Okay, so just start from somewhere. We've seen situation whereby people start from UK, they migrate to continue to further in US. Some will come from, Dr. Balajabi started from Korea, likewise like that. So you just have to know that, like, be open to opportunities, explore opportunities. Okay. All right. So how to start seeking application opportunities? The best thing for you to start, I always say there is no magic. It's the internet. The internet. There are a lot of information you can get there. If you just go to Google and just search for schools that are offering scholarship, offering my course, because you have to get to the school that is offering your course. Then from that part, that is where you're going to look out for their requirements and look out for their funding opportunities. Me, what I always look out for first is this funding opportunities. Once I find my research interest, I look out for the funding opportunities that they've got to offer. You understand that? So please, if you want to start, search by looking at the internet. That is how to seek for application opportunities. You can also find it on platforms like LinkedIn. There are always like advertisement positions, Twitter, there are so many groups on Telegram, WhatsApp. So those are places to like start seeking for application opportunities. Okay. We're going to talk about ways in which you can get it later. We are getting there, cold emailing and the likes. But the best thing you need to understand is your internet. You grab your phone, you search scholarships, so, in this, so. You understand? All right. So I want to believe you guys are following me. Hello.
Yes.
Thank you, George. Thank you. So please pay attention to this. This is going to like benefit you, even though you feel like, oh, you've passed this stage, just you can pick one or two things I want to assure you. All right, so how to locate schools that offer full scholarships still under the same thing, still on the internet. Like, it's not like they're going to put it outside that we are offering full scholarship. Of course, for some school does that, they do that. But most times you're going to have to like search. Okay? You're gonna have to search, except for like I know like most times 60% of people that got scholarships through advert positions and like it's not like they just limited it to just advert positions. Some had to like go online. You look out for schools, you get it. Another way in which you can also get schools is like look out for people. Like I tell people, go to LinkedIn. Put this is like a code I'm giving to you guys. Like it's actually a very good one. If you can take note of this, go to LinkedIn. I want to understand that we all know what LinkedIn is. Please, if you're on LinkedIn, if you're not on LinkedIn yet, let me know. If you're on LinkedIn, are you guys all on LinkedIn?
Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn.
You're on LinkedIn. Great, great. All right. So
Yes, I'm on LinkedIn too.
that's good. We're gonna like connect with one another later on.
Yes, I'm on LinkedIn.
Great, great. Yeah. So we're gonna connect with each other later on, but I want to believe we are all on LinkedIn because that is where there's a lot of updates that you need to catch up in that platform. So you go to LinkedIn, you search for keywords. Like let's say you want to do maybe microbiology. So search for microbiology, USA, something or like search for schools, like just look for like look out for so you can see click on people, okay? Then you can see people that are studying in the United States, like you can see their name of their school. You look at if they are teaching assistant or research assistant. So you can now go and look out for that school by yourself. Are we getting that school? I think if you are not in a noisy place, you guys can unmute yourself so we can make it interactive. So I know that you are following me. So you
Yeah,
can
I'm
now go
following.
to, yes, thank you. So you can now go to that platform, look out for the name of the school, like you can look out for the name of school, then check by yourself. Okay. Another thing, you can also connect them and ask them questions. So that is how you start your own network. Okay. So that is it about that. List of good schools to apply to, you'll find it on the internet. And good thing is that last year I actually collected the list of schools together with some volunteers in the group, in the WhatsApp group. And we actually we did quite a number of schools. So if you're not yet on the group, you can join. And if you're on the group, you can find out in the description section. So those are some schools I wish I think I recommended for people to apply to. They have funding opportunities and there are a lot of courses that we actually listed in that. So, but if you want list of good schools to apply to, aside that, you can always find them on the internet as well. Okay, it's not hard at all. You guys studying abroad is not a playful, like it's not like you will just wake up one day and you find yourself in it. You have to put in the work, okay? You have to do this search by yourself. You have to look for schools. You have to like apply to schools. You have to get feedbacks. You have to send code emails. So don't think that it's just like this thing. And I want you to like, if you are listening to me now, I want you to fear this. I can't do it. This is it possible? Remove it from your mind. You can do anything you set your mind that you want to do. Okay, so have faith in yourself, believe in yourself. That is very, very important. Okay, so what are the key terms to understand when planning to study abroad? So that is what I just mentioned now. You need to understand that you have to believe in yourself. This application process is a lot of work. You have to put in the work. It's not like something you would do just with just levity, like without taking too much action. You have to give it your best because you are expecting the best result. I understand that it's not only you that is applying for this. There are a lot of people applying, and they will definitely go for the best. Not the best in terms of academics, the best in terms of all-round applications. Some people might be very good, they might have CGPA, good CGPA. They are lacking in academic CV or statement of purpose or letter of recommendation. You get my point. So you have to understand that you are putting in your best in all ramifications. In statement of purpose, letter of recommendations, CV, essay, your transcript, everything, you're giving it your best. Then some key terms you need to understand. We're gonna go into that later. Okay. Likewise, how to actually get in. You have to apply. They give you funding, you go for your visa, then you get in. Okay, so you apply, you look for schools, you apply, you get your visa, you go to apply for your visa, you get a visa, and you get it. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. So, are you guys following me?
Yeah, I'm following.
Yes, I am.
Very good. Thank you so much. Thank
Yes,
you.
we are.
All right, so now let's talk about how to write term statement of purpose. This is not something we can like go into deep because this is like, I think we did this session on statement of purpose and it took us almost 1 hour, 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna give a brief hint on how to write a strong statement of purpose. If you need more information, there is a video that I highly recommend because the speaker was Scholar Abdul Kabi. He spoke like he did justice on how to write a strong statement of purpose. And I recommend that for you. But just for the sake of this question and answer session, writing a strong statement of purpose, it is first thing you need to know that it's not something you do in 1 week and you are done, bams. You get it. And I have shared it. Sometimes you might think, oh, you've written something. You need somebody to like proofread it for you. A friend, a colleague, a senior, a mentor, a mentee. So you have to put in all these factors and understand that it takes time. Now application will open very soon. If you have not started writing your statement of purpose, you are wrong. You are wrong. So the things you need to put in mind when you're writing your statement of purpose is what is that thing that is motivating you? It is an essay. For those that does not know what statement of purpose is, statement of purpose, letter of intent, they are the same thing. Okay. It is more or less like an essay that is going to speak about you when you are not there. Like it is going to talk about your passion. What is that thing that is motivating you? How did it all start? What is your experience like? Your research experience, your teaching experience? What are you bringing to grad school? So what do you think? Why do you think you're a good fit for this program? Then in that essay, you're going to also talk about why are you applying to that school? So you see that it's a lot of work and then you conclude. So your passion, your experience, what you bring to grad school and why that school mostly. So you need to like be able to articulate that. So how to write a statement of purpose? You start small, paragraph by paragraph. Sit down. How did the journey start? Like for me, I usually be like, oh, I've always had an intense passion for mathematics. I found myself solving problems. Then I go ahead by talking about my bachelor's degree, what I did in my bachelor's degree. Then I talked about my internship, my what the experience I've had, leadership experience, what I bring, why I think I'm a good fit for grad school. And I also talk about why I like the school, what I see in the professors in the programs. So you need to pay attention to all these things. So that those things combined helps you write a strong statement of purpose. And the good thing is when you keep writing, it keeps getting better. Your first draft might look like a trash. I remember the first draft I wrote for my statement of purpose. It was like, it was not even up to 150 words. And I needed to write like up to like maybe 500 or 300 words more than. So it's with time. Today you write a paragraph. Tomorrow you write a paragraph. Today you combine them. You start. And it is always good to get templates. Look out for templates. Don't just say, I know how to write it. Read templates. It is going to guide you on how to write your own statement of purpose. Okay. I don't want to dwell so much on this, but if you're here, you need help with writing statement of purpose, I recommend that video to you. It's on my YouTube channel, but it's by Scholar Abdul Kabir. Okay, statement of purpose. It's very, you would be glad you watched the video. It is very helpful. I recommend it to anyone. Like I recommend it is very helpful. And always give it your statement of purpose, give it to people to do to you. And if they tell you to like do the work, please do not hesitate to like do not hesitate to do what you're being asked to do. Okay? So let us continue. Are you guys following us?
Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah, sure. Yes, I am.
Thank you. I really like the fact that you guys are paying attention. I'm not just speaking to the I'm not just speaking to the air. I really appreciate that. It's really encouraging. Thank you. So, how to request and manage recommendation letters? Very good question. Letter of recommendation, you have to make sure that it's people that know you that you are letting them write letter of recommendation for you. Don't just go and give your letter of recommendation to somebody that does not know you just because they have title. Please try that you've checked the options you did not see before you go to that kind of before you get to that kind of situation. So look out for people that knows you. Maybe your thesis professor, or where you did your internship, your worker, your boss, your employer. You get it. So that is first thing. Then requesting. I would say you just have to be polite and be bold to ask. Most times we always have this fear of, oh, what if they don't agree? What if, this fear that we used to have now? I feel like most Nigerians, we have that fear with our professors, that relationship, like, what if, like, please be bold. This is your life. This is your life. They are not going to swallow you. They are not going to eat you. They're not going to like nothing is going to happen. The highest they will say is no, which most times, if you already build a good relationship, you would not get a no. So you just have to send an email politely, okay? Send an email politely and follow up with them. Okay, so this is funny because like I'm just like thinking about some scenarios in my head. So getting letter of recommendation, it can be one of the most challenging parts because it is not in your own shoes, it is in another person's shoes. If the ones you can manage by yourself is better, right? You can still control your similar purpose. But the letter of recommendation is not in your end, though. Is in your recommender's end. And recommendations sometimes carry about 40% of your application. So it is good for you to give it to people that knows about you. Let them recommend you. And you will need about 3 to 4 recommenders. Sometimes if you have like 6, you can shovel there because you will not be doing just one application. So you can use 3 for this application, 3 for this one. You just shuffle them. If there is one that you know that this person would always be there to write for you, you can always like use them. And if you have a lot, that way it's not going to stress them and they won't like get bored of writing statement or letter of recommendation for you. So I want you to just understand that you ask politely, follow up, have a good relationship. If you are here, you are still in school, good for you. You can start building the relationship. But if you are not in school anymore, there's still a lot that can still be done. You can still always reach out. You send message. There was a time I wanted to apply for a scholarship, and the professor that used to write that you need someone that is an affiliate of that program to write the recommendation for you. I really do not like know her, but I do not have a relationship per se with her, except the fact that she taught me in school. So what I did was I sent an email and I told her that I was in her class, that this is my name, this is my results. And I attached my script, my transcript, and she replied. She wrote the letter for me. She did not know me. She didn't even know what I look like. We are a lot, there's a lot of us in school. You get that kind of a thing. She wrote it for me because I was polite. I told her, I told me, because let me let you know that is what our professors are like, they are there for. They would write the letter of recommendation for you, especially if they've taught you before and you did well in their class. Like, not personal, like say you answered questions, your results can speak for you. You understand? So I don't want to waste too much time on that. We have a video also talking about letter of recommendation on YouTube. Please check it out if I have not answered your questions very well. Thank you, Oluwashim, for dropping those gems. I really do appreciate that. How to find and secure a supervisor, especially for Canada. So just few ways. We're going to like explore that. Like we already like talked about that, but I'm just gonna like go to the straight to the point. I won't break it down. First thing, internet, check online, search for schools. Number two, on LinkedIn. Number three, like through advert positions. You can find on the same LinkedIn, Twitter. A lot of professors are there on Twitter. They send positions they are looking for somebody to work in their lab. Then, when I mean internet, you don't necessarily mean like if you go and see a professor that is looking for student. No, you will go to the school. So let me just share this. You go to the school website, go to their department, look out for the professor, look out for the one that their research interest align with yours. Okay, so this is just for the newbies that are just joining us. If you've been joining our sessions, you know this is not a new thing. So you look out for professors that their research interest align with yours. Then that way you can always like follow up, send a cold email to them. Okay. And spoiler alert, so you guys are having a session coming up soon on cold emailing, Chevney scholarship, and research proposal. So save put that at the back of your mind in case you need help with that. So best etiquette for cold emailing professors. To send cold emailing is to send cold email to professors, you just need to be polite, number one. I always use that word polite because so many times many people just think, oh, they can just it is they can just send message anyhow. Like, no, you have to be very formal, you have to be polite. Okay. Number two, you have to have read about the professor, what the professor is doing, their research interest. So that way you can talk about it and make sure that you have interest, your research interest and the professional interest aligns. Like, or you have the foundation, or you have something that you want to offer to the professor. You understand? So that way the professor will reply you and they'll tell you, oh, okay, I would like to work with you. And that is how it works. When and why code mailing is necessary. Code mailing is very, very good, especially if you are someone that you know that most of your programs are being funded through research opportunities. Code emailing is very, very important. And there is no time. There is no time that, hey, it is now that I want to start. As soon as you can start sending code mail to professors, please start. Sometimes if a professor says that you're a good fit, they will put you on their wait list. You understand? So you'll be on the wait list and they would, when they get funding, they reach out to you. You don't want to wait. I know sometimes we just want to get it fast, 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 but you don't have you don't have to say this is the timeline I want to start sending code email to professors. You get it? So that is that. How to write a standout personal statement. So this question and statement of purpose is the same thing. So you see statement of purpose, personal statement, letter of intent, they are all similar. One key thing you also need to understand that this school statement of purpose might be different from this school statement of purpose. So please take note of that. It's very, very important. So school, they would always put what they want to see in their statement of purpose in their description section. So, but it's usually like generally why, what is motivating you and why this school. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next slide. Please, guys, let's unmute yourself. Let's just have a quick chat. Are you guys like getting something from what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm following. I'm getting something too.
Thank you.
Getting something.
Thank you. Can you just like tell me what is that thing that you're holding on to now, right now, that is just like clicking? What can you say? Shell, it's no destiny, manual. What can you say, Sunday? What can you say now that you are just like if you
Well, I
guys
think for me so
want to-
far, right, is getting the schools like where you want to, maybe US or, and you should not also like restrict your findings to just a particular maybe country, right? Spread your opportunities, spread your options, right? And then once you get the school, look for you should just check if the school have funding, right? Then from funding to the requirement, check the requirements for that particular school, and also if you are heavily on maybe your programs depend on research, like you're getting funds from the research part. Also, code mail, write a code mail to the supervisor to the person in charge, like the professor in charge, and be polite, be humble.
Very
So
good.
far.
Very good. Just one more person who can decide, like, I want someone else to talk, then we'll continue. Shion, do you want to go ahead? 'Cause I feel like Shion has been here. So what's Shion? Anybody?
Hello.
Yeah. Like, what can you?
Okay.
Yeah.
What I learned is about the letter of recommendation that you just have to be polite, and is one of the things you said is that it's not really necessary that you can send a mail to a lecturer that's taught you before, which you did well in their course, by you send keep quiet, by you sending your transcripts to such a person, and by that you are good to go. But the fact that you can also get some info via LinkedIn, so that's a new insight for me too.
That's great. Thank you. That's really nice. Yeah. So, guys, I'm glad that we are following. So, let's continue. Now, let's talk about scholarship and financial aid. So, this part is very, very important because most times that is a lot of us worry, which is fine, which is relatable, right? How do I get to fund myself? Where do I get money? Guys, there are funding opportunities. There are funding opportunities. That is why you need to like brace up, put in the effort, and get the funding. I always tell people most times it's not just about getting admission. To get admission is very easy, but to get admission with funding is not that easy. And that is why you need to put in the effort. And that is what you're looking for. If you are here and you feel like you don't need do I want to believe we all need scholarships, right? Am I right? We all
Yes, I need
Yes,
scholarship,
ma'am.
yeah, fully funded.
fully funded. Very good. Because
The traveling allowance.
travel allowance.
I come on, this one say make it deal.
You see, that's it. Like, if possible, say they should be giving you, flight pay or flights to and fro. Yeah, I know everybody. Do you know there are scholarships that offer that? Very, very like there are a lot of scholarships, and that is what Um, I want to like clarify today. People be like, "Oh, you have to be rich. You have to be." So many times, you don't really necessarily have to be rich before you can study abroad. You know, there are scholarships opportunities are available. This person has are there scholarship for MSc programs? Yes, I did a master's and I got a scholarship, fully funded scholarship. So yes, there are scholarships for MSc programs, but most times there are more opportunities for PhD than masters because for PhD you get to do research and you're being paid based on for your research. You understand? But for masters, there are limited opportunities. And yes, if you don't see if you're not getting funding opportunities for your master's, you can go for PhD. Please note that you can always do your PhD with just your bachelor's. You do not need a master's to do a PhD. You can go for your bachelor for your postgraduate your doctorate degree with your bachelor's program. Okay, so please take note of that. So yes, there are scholarships for MSc programs. The scholarships cover tuition, living costs, travel. Yes, most times they usually cover tuition. They pay you stipend. Tuition is your school fees, right? Living costs, they pay you stipend, and travel. Most times, some scholarship does, some does not. Okay, it all depends. But most thing that is very important is the tuition and the living expenses. Then insurance. You do not add insurance. For US, you have to pay insurance. So sometimes those scholarships cover it. All right. So can I work part-time during the program? It depends on the country you're going to. For some schools like for some countries, it varies. Speaking for US, as a graduate, as an international student, you can only work for 20 hours on campus, legally. Okay. So for other schools, for other countries, it varies. For somebody was asking for Ireland, I decided not to add that because it varies, okay? But what you need to understand is that you can work on campus, only on campus, you're allowed to do part-time. But let's say you have TA and RA, you will not have to worry about all this working part-time, right? So that is that. How to find and apply for fully funded scholarships. We've already talked about that. The internet, there are a lot of opportunities. I think from my sessions that we've had on YouTube, 70% of those scholars, they got their scholarships through advert positions. Yeah, so if you're on our WhatsApp group and you say that we share opportunities and you don't take advantage of it, we are wrong. Oh. So many times you never can tell. Maybe that's the professor that is going to accept you. So to find fully funded scholarships, you can always find them on the internet. You can always check out on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very, very like, there are people that even share scholarships every day. I know of Scholar Bola Pius, Joshua, a lot of people connect with those people and you follow up. Any opportunity they search, they send, apply, grab it. You keep applying, especially for those ones that you don't even have to pay any application fee. Okay? So that is that. We'll move on to the next one. So this question is very like just academic program specific questions. The person is asking, can students focus on areas like inclusive education or policy? Of course, yes. So far, there are schools that offer your program. You can. Opportunities for research with disability advocacy, yes, there is. There are schools that offer your programs. All you just have to do is just to search for those schools. You get my point. So another one are internships or practical placement included. Yes, there are internship opportunities. You are allowed to like get internship opportunities. You just have to apply. Okay. So that is it about the question. The next part is I think these ones are just like some exceptions. Can I apply for a master's degree with an HND from Nigeria? Yes, you can. We all know of, I forgot her name. I hope to bring her soon on our section. She got a master's degree fully funded with an HND. And we've seen a scholar that got PhD degree, PhD scholarship, PhD offer with an HND from Nigeria. So yes, you can apply for a master's degree with an HND. You just have to do WES evaluation, like equivalency to bachelor's degree. Okay? Sometimes you don't even need it, but you can do WES. I think most of these things I'm talking about, there are a lot of resources that is there out there for us. I just want to share this quickly. If you want to journey on this scholarship application, you want to go on this journey, be willing to sacrifice your time. Be willing to sacrifice the things you feed your mind with. Most times I see people, they're able to like watch a lot of movies. I'm not saying watching a movie is bad, but the things that would actually benefit them, they would not watch it. Information that they can, like now we're having a session, I want to understand that like we all have different things that we are doing and all, but these are things that actually like will help you, get you informed, would you might think you know it all, but don't be surprised if I mention something you've not had before. So don't just like limit yourself to don't like well I say don't just limit yourself to what you read. Watch videos like YouTube videos, read people's stories, success stories, those kind of things will keep you on track. Sacrifice your time, like cut distractions. There are some things that you can sacrifice them, but I'm sure like people will say they don't have data, right? They don't have data, they don't have, but you see them doing some other stuff with that data. So try to avoid giving excuses for not being able to like do certain things in this journey. You have to know, if you know what you want, you will put in the work. You would avoid giving excuses. I don't know the right word to use, but what I'm trying to say is that please be determined, be diligent, and be persistent. Okay? Yeah, so you can apply for a master's degree with HND from Nigeria. So which schools don't require TOEFL or GRE? A lot of schools. I did not write GRE. I wrote TOEFL, I did not use it. There are a lot of schools that did not require GRE. There are over 300 schools, more than schools in the US. Likewise, Canada, UK. So for UK, you don't need GRE. For Canada, you need GRE. For, it all varies. For Ireland, for all those, most Europe schools, you don't need GRE. You get it. But you might need IELTS, TOEFL. So it varies. Okay? So examples of schools offering fully funded master's program. University of Idaho, Masters in Statistics. That's the example. So there are schools that offer fully funded master programs. But that does not mean that it's all the courses in that school that will be funded. So please understand that the funding might just be for a particular program. So the fact that my school, University of Idaho, is offering a master's degree, they're offering TA in statistics, does not mean that Department of Accounting will be offering funding. So it is program based. Okay. I want to also like just have an interaction with you guys. Are you guys with me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, me too.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So far, like about what I've said, is there anything that is confusing to you all? Any question? Question?
So good
Okay, all right.
evening.
Um,
Yeah, go ahead.
So I just joined not long ago. I think you've talked a bit about HND getting direct masters from Nigeria. So I don't know, is there like a place to like research more on the schools that one can apply to? Because I have HND, so that's why I want to ask about that. Sorry if I'm taking it, but I think you've talked about it, but I didn't really get the place when you were talking about it.
You're good. All right, that's a good one. So to get schools for HMD, don't think you would go and be searching for schools and you see they will tell you you accept HND. It's just the same way you look for schools with BSc, the same process. But you look out for their look out the requirements. Look out for their requirements. And if you have HND, I would say you should do West. Because that West, you would not be even you will not have to stress about maybe bachelor's or HND. It's going to like evaluate your degree based on that equivalency to it will equivalent it to 4.0 CGPA US scale. For bachelor's, people used to do it too. So it's not that you are doing it because you had HND. It's just that it's going to give you US equivalency of a bachelor's degree. You understand? Because you've done, I don't know, do you have to do ND before HND? Or you can do HND straight?
No, you have to do ND. You have to do ND before HND.
So you've done ND, you've done HND. Like that's like 4 years, right? So it's
Yes.
equivalent to US. So you forget about the stereotype we have back there. So like you just have to do West evaluation, equivalent, like that will be equivalent to a US degree, and you are good to go. There's nothing about schools that accept HND or and I think for the sake of a lot of people like you, we are having a session coming up soon just for that HND. People that have gone through the process, they would come and share with you. So watch out for that. But for the meantime, you are good to go. Just do West. Do West, get your scale on 4.0. You can always like, there's a video on that. You can go to the website and just do it by yourself first. Then you have an idea of what your CGPA is. Then you start applying. Don't let that limit you, okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Any other question before
all
we?
right. Yeah. Yeah. Good evening, Olamide. Or good morning. Yeah. Regarding the recommendation,
Yeah.
I want to ask. Yeah. He said it's actually not in our hands, right? Is it the recommender? Is it that the person writes it then submits directly to the school, or after writing it, the person see like give it to us, then we can check it out. If this one suits me, I can let it go or let it fly. If it does not, I get across to someone else. So what I just want to be clear is that is it that the recommender writes it directly to the school, or they write it, send it to you, then you are the one that will upload it and send it to the school?
Okay, that's a very good question. Most times you don't get to see what they write for you because they will send, this is how it is.
Seriously.
Yes. So let me give you some information you need to know. It varies. There are some programs, they will just send the notification to the mail, their email that you dropped, and they will just write it and submit. There are some that they will give you the platform for you to submit it on their behalf, but they have to have their letterhead. And that is two cases, okay? Do you understand that? But the thing is,
Yeah, sure. I'm with you.
some professors will ask you to write a draft, okay? say things about yourself. So that if they give you that open check, do your best to write good things about yourself. Put in everything, you understand? You get me? Like write good things about yourself, like talk about your achievements. And when you are giving recommendations, when you are giving professors this thing to write for you, you are sending requests for recommend for letters. I will always advise you attach your statement of purpose, your transcripts and your CV to give them a better idea, even if they know you. And always communicate with them. Tell them, please, sir, please, ma, this is what I want to go for. This is what they are looking for. You follow up. Don't just say, ma, I need rectal connection. If they should just go and write, you're a very brilliant boy or student, that is not enough. Oh. They have to be able to say, you did so, you contribute to this. It is just like somebody is speaking on your behalf. And those are the things that would carry weight aside your statement of purpose, aside your CV. You have to,
Like,
aside your,
it's like me.
yeah. So aside your recommendation and all, you have to be able to understand. You have to understand the fact that, sorry, I'm trying to see if I can mute the person. So you have to understand that fact that so many times, I'm sorry for that distraction. So many times it's not about I'm already distracted. So it's not about what they like, they just like write, you're a smart boy, you're a this. You have to be able to like say, hey, this student is very, so talk to them. Say, this idea that you don't want to talk, you are shy, please kill it. Oh, I am afraid. Be so far you are polite, so far you are formal, you are respectful. Haba, you've not done anything wrong. So feel free to always communicate what you want in your letter of recommendation, because most times you do not get to see what you submitted, what they've written for you. Okay. Yeah, Samsung. I say Samsung. Yeah,
Thank you so much, Olamide.
you're welcome. Should we continue? We're gonna give room for questions again.
Sir, please, I want to ask a question. Is
Yeah.
it the letter of recommendation? Is it only professors that can write it?
No, we've talked about that. So
Then,
professors, lecturers, your friends, your employers, but most times they would say they
okay,
want at least two from academic line. So your lecturers, it
okay.
doesn't
I mean, those from the academic line must still be a professor, like prof.
have,
That's what I mean. Can a doctor, like probably doctor something, write it?
yes, doctor,
Hello,
even
can you hear me?
yes, even Mr. So far they've taught.
Oh. Then secondly, is it either MSc or the PhD that accommodates dependents? Like if you want to bring in your dependents or like, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so both accommodate, like both masters, bachelor, even bachelors. That's another process they accommodate. So it all depends. So if you are asking for funding for your dependent, that's another question. But if you say every program allow you to bring your dependent, they would go through the process. But to get funding for your dependents, it depends on the program.
Okay, sorry. Is it that you are going to request a special funding for them, like a
Okay.
special funding if you are bringing in dependents?
There are some scholarships that offer your funding for your full dependent. In that case, you don't have to ask for anything, right?
Okay.
But there are some, like let's say you get a research assistantship, you want to work with a professor, you tell the professor, please, I have a family. I would like to get support from my family, at least because you need to show proof of funds, all those things. So if they give you funding that can cater for that, you don't have to worry about proof of funds or anything. So it's in different form.
Oh,
It's different form. And
oh.
if you're the one that get the funding, you can always bring them in as a dependent. It varies by country.
Okay, so if you bring them in, if you are the one that gets the fund, if you bring them in, you need to provide this proof of funding if the professor is not ready to
And you need to provide.
accommodate them, right?
Yeah, yeah. You need to show statement of account. It's not always much before they can give you your I-20 before you can go for your visa.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I can't even see myself, but yeah. Are you guys so let's continue. We're gonna like give room for questions. Just 1 minute. All right, so correct prospect after MSc, there are internship, like just like I said, it varies country by country. There are internship opportunities, there are entry levels opportunities. You get to have post-work. For US, for STEM is 3 years, for non-STEM is 1 year. Okay, so that is for US. For UK, it's a different route entirely. So, but yes, it's always good to think ahead, look out for your opportunities. What am I going to do after this master's? What am I going to do with this PhD? What am I going to do? Will I have to like get a job? Will I have to like bring my skills back to my own country? It's a good thing to think about. Okay, so if you're thinking of studying abroad, this is a good thing to also put at the back of your mind, that what are the opportunities that are out there for me after my master's or my PhD? Networking and collaboration. Networking is something, this question is based on Ireland. This person, I want to know, I don't know if you're here, but yes, there are a lot of alumni platforms for almost all countries, or even almost schools, where you can like connect with people. And this is how you build network. Some people will be like, oh, I don't know anybody, or I don't know anybody. It is from these platforms like this that you get to network with people, you build your connection, and from there you like get more information. So are there alumni platforms? Yes, they are. And that is why after this, during the course of this, we are all going to connect with one another on LinkedIn. We, there we have a WhatsApp group also. If you're not on the group, you can join. I'm not talking about the Q&A WhatsApp group. I'm talking about the scholarship opportunities group. All right. So visa and immigration questions. How to handle proof of funds with assistantship funding. This question was quite somehow to me. Please, are you guys here? Are you guys still here?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes,
Yeah, sure.
please.
Very good.
Yes.
Okay. So proof of funds with assistantship funding. If you have funding, you don't need proof of funds. If you have funding, they will give you the letter or anything. That's what you're going to use to get your I-20. You don't need proof of funds. So I hope I've answered that question. All right. So to the next one. How to prepare for and navigate the visa interview. Very good. Very good question. If you have gotten your I-20 and you're ready to the visa interview, get to join WhatsApp group or Telegram group. Look at people stories, like read templates. So there is this group that I think Sam Moshcom used to have. He's not just the only one that does that. There are a lot of people that does that too. They do mock interview for people. Mock in the sense that somebody will interview you like a visa officer, because these people, they've gone through it. You understand? They've gone through it. They know the likely questions that they ask. They would do the interview for you and they will give you remarks. It helps you prepare. Honestly, you might think you know how to talk. They will ask you questions, you will not know what to say. And it's not about knowing what to say. It's about packaging yourself in a way that you say what they want to know to hear. You get it? So to prepare, I would say you join group, join mock interview, read templates. People that have gone there for interview, they used to write their templates. Read those in templates, you understand? And yeah, that's it. So if you are preparing for the visa interview, I would encourage you to be very careful of what you post on your social media. Make sure that you are not the type that like cause violence on social media. Okay, so and to everybody too, please, let's be careful of our social media platforms. Let's be very careful. We are building, we are global leaders. Okay, so let's mind what we post on social media. Okay, tips to Twitter. All of you guys, that group on Twitter. Please stop that heart. It's not a good thing. Like if that is something you enjoy doing, like reduce, like you can stop. It's not gonna, those things, I don't know, it doesn't add anything to you, so you can always stop. All right. How to get your Tips to get your student visa approved. We already talked about the same thing. Going for mock interview, writing your story, reading template, and what countries support bring independence? All countries support bring independence. They all support if you're a student, but it's just different routes. Okay. Next question. These ones are just like talking about scholarships in the USA. Please, are you guys with me? Let's just quickly have a quick testing. I think we are almost.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yes, I'm with you.
Yes, yes, we see.
Yeah, first of all, I want to also say thank you all for joining the session. Like, it's actually a good thing. It shows how dedicated and your desire for studying abroad. And I really wish that you would put in the work and get results. That is always the thing that gives us joy, right? Because when you see people sacrificing their time, their energy to attend sessions like this in a season whereby there is no data, everybody complain, no data, no subscription, no light, but you still make time to be here. I salute your efforts and I am wishing you guys the best. I'm just also going to encourage you that you should put in the effort. It's not something that as you have had this session like this, you just go home and go and relax. So put in the effort, follow up, ask questions. We don't bite. If you have questions on WhatsApp, we would always answer. You understand? So let's continue, guys. Scholarships in the USA. I'm just going to run through it quickly. We have research assistantship, we have teaching assistantship, we have graduate assistantship, we have fellowship, we have government NGO scholarships. So those are the opportunities in which you can get scholarships in the US. Then somebody is asking for country-specific advice based on interest. The best advice I can give is for the US because that is where I am, okay? So I would say that you do your research very well. And most times, forget about the big cities, big schools. You can go to all these small schools where they have funding for you. And you get so far they have your course, you get your degree, and you're good to go. You understand? So that is advice I can give for now. Common mistakes to avoid. Mistakes to avoid. First thing first is avoid the mistake of not asking questions from people, like not getting enough information. Ignorance kills, right? You might think, I'm doing it right, but you might be missing out on some things, or the easier part, you are not going through that same part, that same part. You understand? Just like the same thing, avoid not connecting with people, like not going, like if you're trying to say, "Oh, I want to do this on my own, I want to," I understand we want to keep it private. We want to like not let a lot of people know, but try and avoid trying to do it all by yourself. Seek for guidance, seek for mentorship. Always like if it is just one person that you can have as a like accountability partner, you can't do this journey all by yourself alone. You understand? So avoid trying to struggle to do everything all by yourself, to figure everything out all by yourself. Okay, so personal trips and extra resources. Because of our time, I would say you can find a lot of information on my YouTube channel, a lot of information. Those information, it's not like YouTube is paying me or they are doing anything special for me or giving me something, it is out there for you to, because I figure like people come to me to ask me a lot of questions. How do you do this? How do you do that? And I just put it out there so that it will be there for everybody to have access to. So please take advantage of those things. That data that we used to, I'm sorry if this is rude or somehow, that data that you use and watch something else that would not benefit you in the long run, it might benefit you, but like, I mean, right now you want to go study abroad, right? Go and use that data and that time to watch videos, how to write statement of purpose, how to get professors, when should I apply? How to get free application fee? Because nobody asks questions about application fee. You will pay application fee. You will pay. So if you want to apply for US schools, and there are schools that offer application fee waiver. So those are the things I believe we should all learn and get to know about. All right. So that is that. Thank you all so much. Those are the questions that I got from you all for joining today's session. Before we talk about connecting and following on Instagram, I want to give room for questions from the group.
Okay,
Okay, I
all
have a
right,
question.
Lamide. Thank you very much for the section. It was
Yeah.
really informative. Please, you said it's all schools that will pay for that this thing, application fee in the US, right?
It's not all schools. Some schools will give you free application fee waiver.
Okay. 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 They might waive it for you, but
Yes,
it's required for all schools,
it's required. But
right?
most schools, I say
Okay.
most, some schools don't need application fee. Don't say most. Some schools will tell you they're offering free
Okay.
waivers. You just have to. Some they will not even be offering. You just have to ask for the waiver.
Okay. 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 Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
My
Right.
question is,
Yeah.
what is the post MSc, right? So like you mentioned something about STEM and non-STEM. So STEM is 3 years. So I want to be clear on what the 3 years is. It like 3 years from when you finish your masters, or 3 years in total?
3 years when you finish your master's.
Okay, that means you can be in the country after that. I mean, you
Which
can be in the
you have
country.
to get something doing, yeah. You know, just you
Oh,
just
okay, okay, okay. Then the other one is difference between graduate assistantship. No, the offer, the role you said it will be like GA, the assistantship, teaching assistantship, and the government. And what's like the difference?
very good question. BA, you get to be a teaching assistant. You're teaching. It's just the duties. RA, you're working as a research assistant. For graduate assistantship, you can be working as administrative stuffs. For fellowships, most times you don't get to do anything. Maybe you're just working on a research. You won't be having to like work for anybody. And some fellowships you have to like report to professors and work for professors on the research. So that is it.
Okay, okay, okay. So the last one, the range for the application fee, like you say, it's compulsory. What's like the range in the US?
Hmm?
The range for the application fee for the schools will be applying for, like the range in the US.
So we have $30, $50, 60, 100. Most times it's always the Ivy Leagues that are very like pricey. So it depends. And I would always encourage, it's not me, I'm just saying, always go for those schools that are like not too competitive, where you have higher chance of getting admitted. Oh,
All
I
right,
keep,
thank you.
yeah, you're there. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, you can, Israel, you can go ahead and ask your question.
All right, so thank you very much. My question is simple. I've seen that the graduate assistantship and the research are usually available for PhD students. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering, are there opportunities for masters, which just only aim for PhD? There's no funding.
So yeah, I want to believe you joined. You just joined us. We talked about this. So there are opportunities for masters too, but most times they're always more for PhD. But if you don't see for masters, you can always apply for PhD. And if you don't want to go for PhD, look out for another schools. There are a lot of schools. So yes, there are opportunities for masters, not just for PhD. There are funding opportunities for masters. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
So, yeah. Any other question? Okay, guys, I want you all to like connect with each other on LinkedIn. So I'm going to drop my LinkedIn link, like my name. So let's search for one another on LinkedIn right now. So let's connect. Drop your name and your LinkedIn. Like you can just drop your name. So at least connect with at least 3 people. So everybody grab your phone, go to your LinkedIn. So I'm waiting for the first person to drop their name. Daniel Ojeyomi. Okay. Ojeyomi, sorry, Ojeyomi. So I just connected. Oh, you already sent a request. Okay,
Yeah.
two more people, two more people, two more people. Everybody drop your name and connect with at least 3 people. That is how to build network. Okay, from there you never. Okay, Mojid. Okay, I just connected with Scholar Mujid, FSB Scholar. Shiamaka Solomon. We have to share marker. Oh, nice. You're from my alma mater. That's great. It's good to have you. Nice to have you all. I think I'm just gonna stop there because of time. Please let's connect with one another, okay?
I'm sorry, I want to just like ask this question. As regards the like, okay, during the masters, right? Will there be like internship phase where we can work? And
Yeah.
this particular internship, can we do it? Is it compulsory? Okay, for example, now let's say I'm doing an MSc in applied physics and electronics, and I want to do my internship in a maybe a tech firm or something like. Is it possible, or must it be in physics and electronics the internship?
Very good question. So, um, we did not talk about this. Oh my God. I figured we were going to talk about it, but yeah. So the that first question, yes, there are places like summer, you can do internship for 40 hours, you can do your internship. And there's this thing that because you did engineering, electrical engineering, that means you have to continue with electrical engineering. No. The US studying abroad gives you opportunity to be diverse, like to explore opportunities. So far you have the foundation of that course. You can always like go for anything you want to go for. Okay? So don't say because you did electrical engineering, you're going to do your master's or PhD in electrical engineering. You can always go for computer engineering, civil engineering. You get my point. So you don't, it does not have to necessarily be what you did per se. Did I answer your question, sir?
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you so much for joining this session. I want to really appreciate you all. I want to believe, have you guys like gained something today? Have you guys gained something? Please
Yeah,
unmute yourself. Unmute yourself,
just forget the group chat link also for the scholarship.
right? So let me copy
Yes.
that now. Let me paste that now. So let me stop sharing my screen. I'm gonna put that now so that we can join. Then guys too, please follow us on Instagram. We used to like share information on that place, not as much as WhatsApp though. WhatsApp is where we share tons of scholarships on like about advert positions and all, but even on Instagram we also like share informations. Okay, please, are you guys here? Are you still with me? You can open
Yes,
yourself and
yes,
Yes, we are
I
here.
can hear you.
We are
okay, so
here.
can anybody just say what you've gained today and while I look for the link? What did you gain today? What is that key thing? Like,
Yes, can I talk?
yes, please.
Yes, at least when I don't get anything, I know how to. I mean, when I'm going for a visa interview, the tips I give when going for the interview and the preparation, at least I think I learned from that. Thank you.
That's great. That's interesting. All right. Somebody else wants to share.
Yeah, another thing is that you have to put in the work. I mean, it does not come that like easy. You have to put in the work. Yes.
Yeah. I just shared the WhatsApp. That's great. That's a good one. So oh my God, quite a number of people that we have here. I'm so glad to have you here. I want to quickly share the Instagram link to you guys. So please follow us on Instagram, please. And we are going to have more sessions coming up. Jump on those sessions. A lot of like testimonies will be coming up from our last Q&A. This is the second edition, right? We had one last year. And from there, a lot of people joined the WhatsApp group. And today we can see that like most of them will be resuming this fall and they'll be coming to share their success stories with you or how they did it. So to guide you as well. All right. And just 1 minute before. Just a minute, guys. I want to like end up. I'm rounding up now. I don't mean to waste your time. Okay. So please connect with one another on LinkedIn. You can join the WhatsApp group if you've not joined, and that's our Instagram page. Also, there like if you have like specific concerns, if you want to like book a consultation, there's a 10 minutes free consultation. You don't have to pay anything. You can ask me questions for 10 minutes. We can have a conversation. And my DMs are open to on WhatsApp. You can always ask me questions. But if you want a personal like consultation, an hour, you have to pay for that. Okay. Then you can't find the WhatsApp link. I just pasted it.
Yeah, the last message I can see here is we are here. Then I can't send link at all.
Oh, really?
Or can someone else confirm if they can see the link? I can't see the link.
My God, I've been typing to just Daniel since
Oh
morning.
yes, I've
I
seen
can
it.
see
I
too.
just got it now.
Oh, sorry. Daniel.
Yeah, it delivered now. You can check.
Oh my God. I've been
Okay, I sent the request.
Yeah, thank you. So, thank you all for joining. If you are just a newbie, like that you've not been joining our sessions, I'm so happy to have you here. We usually have sessions on YouTube Live. I decided to make this Zoom because I want it to be interactive. I don't want to be the only one talking, so that's why it's a Zoom session. Okay. And I am here to give you guys all the courage, all the motivation you need to proceed in this journey. So please don't give up on this journey. It's a very stressful, not let me scare you with the word stressful. It can be challenging, but understand that if you can set your mind that you're going to achieve this, you can do it. So start getting all your documents ready for fall 2026. 2026 is going to open this month. So get your documents ready, start preparing, and if you have any questions, you're free to ask questions. But please, please, please make sure you've checked YouTube and you did not find answer before you come. It is gonna like that way, like I would know that you've put in efforts. Don't just expect to like be baby. We are not kids, we are adults. Okay. And if you're an undergraduate that you joined us, you're looking for undergraduate opportunities, you're gonna have that session coming up. All right. So when is the admission going to be open for masters? Starting from next month. It's going to be open for fall. Spring is still open, right? But for fall, which is the one that has most funding, it will be open next month. All right, guys. Thank you. Any questions? You guys can unmute yourself. Like any questions?
I've
Any
been raising my hand since.
Oh, sorry, Aisha. Sorry. Sorry. Thank you all for those that are connected on Instagram. I really appreciate it. Like you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. Aisha, you can speak.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask that what about schools that say it is compulsory to write all these English tests, like even when I have my English proficiency this thing?
Have you tried to send them an email?
No,
First
but
thing,
they are
send them an
I once joined their virtual session and they were like adamant on that thing, like yes, you have to submit it, you have to submit it. They are
just
not
like
accepting later.
just like you said
Ma?
in the session, right? It's a virtual session. Tell them, send
Yes.
an email, personal mail, like personal, your own story. Then if they not say no, then you move on if you don't want to write it. There are schools that are like most schools, they don't even require it. So
All right.
send them
Okay.
and tell them I did my bachelor's in English. This is my English proficiency. So,
Okay.
Hi, Messi.
hi, Shiamaka.
All right, thank you for the session today. So I was going to ask, you mentioned that some schools might get a funding or have a funding for a particular course. So do we need to, is that where code emailing comes in?
For a particular course.
Like some schools just offer funding for a particular course and
Yes.
not your course that you're applying for. So do we need to like, is that where code emailing comes in?
So you're trying to say, like, let's say you see a school and you see that they have funding for just this program, they don't have for my program.
Yes.
If they don't have for your program, just leave that school.
Okay.
Just leave it to like there are schools. See, don't say you are paying application fee or once you see that they don't have funding for it for your program, go and check another one. So when you now see that they have funding and it is now like research, then you can now send code emails. You understand?
Okay.
Because you have to work with a professor. So you have to like send code emails. But if it is teaching assistantship, you don't need code emails.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. I want to believe we are clear with our questions. Any concerns? Any fears? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hi, Olamide. In general, most masters admissions are paid. Yeah. Most masters admission are paid. You mean they give funding, right? Paid. What I would just say is that masters have less funding compared to PhD. Oh my God. So application fee. Oh, it varies. It varies. You can get waiver for application fee. You can get application fee waiver for masters. Okay. So
But sorry, the funding they'll be giving us, like this fully funded now, at the end of the day, like are we going to have like I mean, how is like the savings like such that I mean for the accommodation too, like when we are there, I mean is it gonna cater for those things too? And you
yeah.
said living costs. That living cost, is it like the accommodation itself or just maybe normal stipend?
Yeah, the stipend is what we cover your living cost. Living cost includes accommodation, feeding, bills, personal, stipend that you have money to take care of yourself. You can pay your house rent. You can do fine by yourself. You understand?
Okay,
So
thank
it's
you.
not like, yeah, it's just like living costs. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I'm so happy.
Sorry,
Yeah,
please, I have a question.
go ahead.
Sorry. You were trying to categorize. Sorry, let me off this. So you were trying to categorize different fundings. It seems you mentioned like 4 fundings that we have
More than
graduate assistantship.
more than
Okay. Please, can you like at least a bit explain the differences or something?
So quick one. Teaching assistantship, you
This day that God is giving me, I'm not gonna waste this joy deep down inside me. I'm not gonna shake. Been stressed for so long, so stuck in my own way.